Hello, beautiful Virgo. Welcome to your reading for next 3 months, money and success. Let's dive into it right away. I'm going to start by pulling some symbols first. By the way, if you're new here, I am Divine Light and I'm so happy you joined me today. And if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button. That's a free way to support the channel and be here. Hit the bell so you never miss a video. We have the Finch and the Peach. Beautiful romance, and this is about, I told you, money and success, but the thing is, it's about more romanticizing your life as well. So what would you do when you have what you wanted, the material thing or the abundance, prosperity? Where would you go? What would you do? What will you eat? This is about connecting with your senses because you're an earth sign. It is probably for you to visualize and manifest and bring something into your life when you close your eyes and get in touch with those earthly things, earthly feelings, rather than just asking for, I want to hit the jackpot. And so then what? Okay, so get to the then what part of it, get the romanticizing part of it, and let's see how that's going to work out. Okay, we have here the bee and pomegranate, productivity. So it seems like when you romanticize it, when you put yourself into that moment, this is going to come to you as inspiration. And most of the time we think we need material things in order to be happy, or we require certain amount of money in order to get what we desire. But you can just go straight to the source by being in the energy field of that desire, and it seems like it's going to show up as productivity for you. You can consider the productivity as like working on your dream and building your dreams, or it can be the inspiration coming to you. It's not even going to seem like or feel inspiration coming to you will directly in such a way that it's not going to feel like work, okay? But it's going to be productive at the end of the day. Salamander and the black pepper, inspiration. I heard from recently, I was actually learning in another language, writing rules. There are some not only grammar rules, but also there are some like writing rules. And so then I found out black pepper is not a type of pepper, guys. It's a type of herb, and that's why you actually write them separately. And it's a type of herb. So the salamander is on top of it's a bitter taste. It's a pepper taste, but it's not something spicy, okay, that you're dealing with. The inspiration should be that way. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It should be something really ignites your attention, because when you bite a little black pepper, but it doesn't burn, okay, like a spicy habanero. Okay, we have here the bear and the cedar, leadership. I feel like this is about taking charge of and control of your life, really determining, with that determination, moving towards the direction that you want to go. And that's also going to not only leader yourself, I feel like it's going to also bring other people into the scene, and they're going to be following your inspiration too. A lot of us are actually following the footsteps of the ones that are inspiring us. It's like, think of it that way. And I feel like you're going to be one of those. I see there are 2 pathways here within the 3rd month energy, timeline. 2 people hugging each other here. It can be even like finding a good partner you can work together and align with. In the heart of the matter, I see here, I don't know if you ever worked on those, putting the bean in between a cotton ball and then letting it grow in a dark place. I see that bean when it just actually starts growing leaves here. So this is your beanstalk, basically. This is your something small. It kind of looks like these leaves as well that you're planting and has a massive potential to grow and bring a lot of produce to you. That's why it says productivity came forth here like a pomegranate, because you plant one seed, it just comes with thousands of seeds, okay? I see there's a pathway opening within the 1st month. Some of you, there is a person here, maybe with a stick in their hand, trying to attack you. And there's another, 2 people here. You're on top of the horse and you're talking to someone. I feel like someone trying to intimidate you, maybe to get off the road, or like I said, you have inspiration coming in. you're moving towards a certain direction. Someone might to bring some sort of like a fear factor into the situation, so you get off the road or don't follow through. It seems like here, because you're on the horse, I'm gonna say it's time. Do not waste any time anymore. Get on the road, get to the thing, get going. And it seems like the clarity coming forward. This is like a tip of a star, as you can see. Star means wish fulfillment. When you get on the road, you're going to realize being productive is getting on the road, basically. Follow the inspiration and get on the road, and you're going to end up where you desire, your heart's desire. That's what the star energy is. Another thing I see here afterwards, I see someone leaning backwards and watching. There's like a masculine figure, but I see kind of like a French mustache, like a very gentle and small mustache. I don't know if that's French though, but still, like so this is someone that is like leaning backwards, very flexible, can be someone even doing like gymnastics and stuff, and they are becoming a part of the story here. Okay, you might be asking, how are they going to? This person is a relaxed personality, so I feel like they have a lot of flexibility in some situation, and if this is something that you desire, you need someone to be flexible when helping you. It can be the help coming forth here. Okay, and I see that you're showing up as a leader, so this can be someone who really wants to follow a solid leader. They're looking for you, and when you follow that inspiration, you're going to end up crossing paths with this person. I see here though, you have like you're launching a missile, basically. Like you can see the arrow. Arrow can symbolize, I see letter A even here. E and A. It can be in someone's first name or the last name. Ames is a name, just popped in my head. EAMES. It can be in someone's name, yes. And you're launching a missile. This can be the desire, rocket of desire. What can happen with that is like this is something massive, or this can be like something that you're working on, you're starting to work on, and even if you don't think this is a big deal, it seems like this is something heavy on you already that you're carrying. When you launch it can be a business launch. It can be like an idea that you have, you start executing it. It seems like it's going to have a massive effect, especially in your life, and also maybe even, the people in your life, they're going to be affected by it, people that are around you. I see here there's a deer, the antlers actually reaching to the sky. This can be someone who has information coming forward for you. And it seems like when you launch the missile, that's why I feel like an antenna. This person might be someone who's not near you, okay? They're far away, but they're going to get affected by your energy. Okay, when they get affected by your energy, they're going to see this missile and maybe come back to you, connect with you. Another thing here, I feel the vibe because also these have antennas. This can be your productivity might be matching with someone who is in the same frequency as you do. Okay, maybe a partnership forming here. We're going to see if you're going to get any Three of Pentacles in your tarot. There's some outside action also happening. This kind of reminds me of like Australia, the shape of it, not 100%, but kind of. It can be like, but it is surrounded by, like, wrapped around by maybe an octopus, or like something is wrapping around it. It seems like maybe there's pathways opening outside of your comfort zone here. The roads are traveling. Maybe you're getting on the boat. Maybe if this is the ocean, you're going to have like an ocean ride. It can be because of there's a conversation here through job. Maybe you're going to start traveling. It's going to open up more pathways for you. Or this can be symbolizing like another this can be like an egg, golden egg, that you're reaching out, wrapping around it and pulling it upwards. I mean, this is really strange because this, if you are sending something, maybe you're sending a rescue to something valuable and something massive, but you need to get outside your comfort zone in order to get that. This can be the person that is actually asking for the rescue of this thing. When I say rescue, it can be, the first thing popped in my head, maybe you have something valuable in your father's home and it's getting sold, and maybe you need to just intervene in that space and get that thing. Okay, it can be something like that. I know very specific example, but it can be applicable to some other auction matter, or it can be something you're saving. Egg. I'm thinking like an egg. Fabergé egg. I don't think they're very rare. I don't think that is like so common, but it can be something valuable you're wrapping around and bring it back home that's left home. When it comes to third month, I see here, I don't know if I said week, but I'm talking about months here. We divide the cup into 3 parts. So this is actually, there's someone's face coming up here. They're wearing a scarf around their neck. This can be someone who is conservative. They're like conserving things. Maybe they're hiding money away. It seems like there's going to be a conversation happening, and this person's older than you, but you're wearing the king crown. That's why I feel like you're the bear here. You're going to be the decision maker about some subjects, and you're going to show up in front of them. There might be a little bit discussion, but like I told you, there's like a bright days are coming in. So you're going to get what you desire out of this conversation, but maybe you should first approach this person with if they're older than you, they might have some sort of stubbornness to that. This doesn't mean age-wise they're older and wiser. I don't feel that way, but this can be like a conservative person, so they might require some solid evidence for convincing. Okay, it can be even if you're looking for a new job. This kind of looks like a contract. It's a clean state, clean page, so this person might require some convincing before you do business with them. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. I see this person again wearing a cloak. They're in your life, they're affecting you somehow, and I see that your desire is coming really fast. So it doesn't matter if they're cloaked, they're hidden, or they are like conservative. Doesn't matter. You can see there are 2 heads turned into it. You have some sort of a partnership with this person, and they cannot break away from you. It seems like here I see kind of like a sunglasses. Oh, okay. There's a man with a mustache, beard and sunglasses. We can only see the nose. Seems like there is another person, or maybe this person is a stubborn one that you need to convince, and they're like covering their eyes and mouth. So they don't want to see anything. They don't want to talk anything. So that's why maybe it is a challenge for you. But I see you have the power of a lot of people behind you. Power of attorney, maybe you have the crowd that you can convince this is maybe a partnership. I see there's a crescent moon. It can be also someone who is in a government or something, if this is like about something that will help you gain a material thing at the end of, maybe like a permission to stay somewhere. It may be working permit or living permit. It can be something like that as well. That's why you need to be really strategic while doing the convincing here. Okay, that's why I felt like instead of trying to like be arrogant because I know it all attitude, or I am better than this, you need to be like a little bit humble in order to convince this authority, okay, to go along with you. It can be even about a loan, but I felt a little bit more of maybe government, kind of like an authority institution vibe. Let's see what tarot has to say. Who are we dealing with today? 5 of arrows. It's actually someone who doesn't like to get defeated, and this can be someone also who does everything in their power to beat you. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy can be an air sign. Also, maybe something that is this kind of, the arrow reminds me of someone who only thinks in a stoic way. They're not really reactive, okay? So they don't really get affected by emotions, but they have immense greed, and that can cause them to act in a way, do everything in their power to beat you. That's why you need to be, if this is you, by the way, let's go with that attitude as well. If this is someone that you're dealing with, you need to be really mindful how you're doing things around them if you would like to achieve success. And if this is someone that you're leading, maybe this is someone who can snitch the first challenge they got. Okay, so maybe that's why you need to be a little bit strategic. Another thing about that, if you are this person, if you're being so greedy, it seems like here there are other inspirations, there are other better options available in order to get to where you want to go. King of Pentacles, this is your vibe, guys. This is actually you having plenty of your heart's desire. So strategy is going to help you get to that throne. Okay, I was gonna see, like, are you in a king position, page position, knight position? You are sitting on the king throne right there. So it seems like even though you don't recognize, there are many resources available to you, and it seems like there's some wealth already that you're enjoying that you need to start promoting and looking at those. Another thing here is, if you actually look at your past and if you can see the things that you have accomplished, this tells me that you can actually get anything you want. If you have already created some success in the past, there is more in the future, but you need to keep this king attitude. This doesn't mean about gender. This means about responsibility, accountability, trust, and confidence, and also using your resources carefully. The King of Pentacles have a little bit of greedy energy because he's like living in plenty. So I feel like this is not about having, like, if you're wondering, oh, I don't want to have more than what I need, I'm just okay with what's enough. So it seems like you need to aim for a little bit higher than that. We have Eight of Cups here. Yes, this is going to require you emotionally detaching from the outcome. So if you're expecting, like, if your hopes and desires are like your everything and happiness is dependent on this material success, it seems like it can really cause trouble in your heart. Okay, so you need to emotionally detach from it. It seems like some of you might be dealing with a situation. This is actually being stoic about the situation as well. It doesn't mean that have negative intentions. This means that you can lock into your final destination and vision and desire, but while doing that, you need to really emotionally detach and also do the right thing rather than just doing everything and anything without looking in the morals and ethics. Okay, you should be looking at those as well, because karma exists and works very fast. Yes, finally you have the strength here. It seems like when you follow that, like, let go of emotional attachment to the outcome, and when you do what's right, seems like strength, the position of strength, and also Leo is a lion, as a leadership is going to be yours. You're going to achieve success in your heart's desire. Okay, I'm using here mostly animal decks today because I feel like they have really high energy. We're using the Oracle of the Woodlawn Wardens and the Tarot Woodlawn Wardens, and we have Spirit Animal. And then finally, the final cards are different. Okay, let's see what else we have from our spirit animals and creatures today. Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. So make sure you're asking for the things that you want to have in your life, because sometimes without recognizing and realizing, we affirm the things that we don't want. Oh, it's not working, I don't have it. And then guess what? The universe always says yes. So make sure you're asking and repeating the things you want so it can provide them to you. We have Chameleon Spirit. That's why I feel like you had the romance, you had the productivity, inspiration. Those are the tools of the person who actually knows how to make their dreams come true. And it seems like here, if you act as if you have everything that you desire, it can be a new job opportunity. If you're retiring, maybe a new life plan for retirement. And also maybe it is about moving somewhere, going on an adventure, and have the financials to do that, live the life you desire. First, you need to start acting like, what would you do if you already have them? What would you feel if you already have them? It's about, I told you, like, while you're taking the action, you can be stoic and locked into the action plan. But when you're putting your head on the pillow at night, you need to really focus on those feelings of achieving success. Okay, let's see. We have Moth Spirit, Surrender Now, with this bright red color. Surrender is surrendering to the flow of life. When I say surrender, it seems like the Four of Swords energy, like laying down and do nothing and resting. That's not what surrender is. Surrender to the flow of the river of life, meaning if the river of life is taking you through inspiration to a new place or a new action plan or a new hobby, follow that up. Okay, that's surrender. Instead of saying, no, I don't have time for that, I need to focus on what I have to do. if you put it like a have to do that way, have to actually forcing, like a kicking the door open basically. But if you say, okay, there's a new hobby showing up, maybe I should follow that. And or maybe a person is calling you, a friend of yours is actually coming to town, instead of no, I don't have time to see you, maybe they have the solution to your problem. We have those spirit, be peace. This at first I was reading this card as be at peace, but it says be peace. So you are going to be the light for the next 3 months here. So the light, if you have read A Course in Miracles, there's a chapter in there that says the light has come. The light of the creator, we always wait for the light to show up, but we are the light. We are connected. We are a part of the creative energy, and we are the tiny part of it, particles of it basically. But be peace, meaning like be the piece of that particle of that creator energy. And it seems like that's going to maybe even help you receive the things faster. What do I see here? My eye caught, we have 14 and 21, which is like the double of the 7 and the 3 of the 7, 3 times of the 7, which is 7 is reflection, intuition, spiritual growth, and wisdom and knowledge it represents. It seems like being peace is going to help you tap into some sort of divine knowledge. Let's see what your final message is here. We have judgment. Okay, let's see what it is. You are being asked to let go of all judgments and forgive those who judge you. This is about people, situations, circumstances, about money, career, success. And also I feel like here, that's why surrender comes in. When you stop judging and saying of what's coming your way, like I said, when somebody invites you out to a dinner, instead of coming up with many answers to what's going to happen there, maybe going with the flow is going to get you where you want to go faster, okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to add some more videos right here for you to enjoy. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.